For this video, I am really excited about. We have got one of the old classics, a revolutionary driver for its time, and I'm putting it head-to-head against some of the modern-day tech. Let's see what happens. So I'm sure you've guessed from the thumbnail and title, it is the tailor-made R7 Quad. Now, this is a very nostalgic driver for me when I was a junior. I think this came out 2006, 2007, I was maybe 14, 15. It was kind of the driver to have at the time. Obviously very revolutionary with the movable weight tech in the head. It's just such a cool driver. So I managed to pick this head up off eBay for a steal. It was head only. And what I've done is I've built it to kind of modern day specs. So what I've done is I've put an Aldila Tor green ATX 65TX shaft in it, playing 45.5 inches, so a modern day kind of length at D2 swing weight. So again, very kind of, I built it sort of to my specs really. So comparing this now, even with the movable tech, the two 10-gram weights in the toe, one in the back, and 2 gram in the heel. Again, for me, fantastic to stop my miss. So I'm going to be putting this head-to-head with my gamer, which is currently a TSi3 with the Ventus Black 5X. So we've got TSi3, Ventus Black 5X shaft. So this plays 45.5, and I've got this swing weight in at D2. Now this actually technically isn't my exact gamer because I want it to be a fair comparison. I normally have the 8-degree head turned down to 7.25. So what I've done is I've got the 9-degree head and I've turned it down to 8.25, simply because, oh, I'm dropping drivers everywhere. We'll probably focus on that, or we'll probably not. It's the 8.5 degree R7 head, and this will be playing 8.25, pretty much the same loft within 0.25 of a degree, same swing weight, same length, obviously with my Ventus Black shaft. So a very, very strong modern day setup, and I'm also going to be throwing in the new SIM2 as well. Now this could be quite interesting because I'm putting the exact same shaft in the SIM head that I've got in the R7, at exactly the same swing weight. And again, 9-degree head, turned down half a degree on my Club Connect sleeve to 8.5, so same loft as the R7 as well. So I'm making this as fair as I possibly can, apart from the, 14, 15 year technology gap between these drivers. So this is going to be really interesting. Also, make sure you stay tuned to the end because obviously I'm going to be having a long drive competition between these three drivers and going at them and seeing which one we can get out there the furthest. Okay, so now if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know I normally show the shot and the numbers after every shot. Now I'm going to show you the shot, but I'm going to take the numbers off the screen as much as I can. You'll still be able to see distance, but I'm not going to show swing speed, ball speed, launch, spin, any of that until right at the very end. And again, normally I would do a little breakdown after each club, look at the numbers and talk you through all the numbers. I'm not going to do that. So for any numbers, you're going to have to wait until the end or skip to the end, but you don't want to do that. You want to watch. This is going to be good fun. So I'm also going to switch it up a bit. Normally I'm deleting bad shots to try and give kind of a representation of how the club or shaft or whatever performs. On this one, I'm going to hit 20 shots with each driver. I'm not going to delete any. And I'm also going to switch between drivers so I'm not more warm when I hit one than the other. I'm just going to hit 20 drives of each, go 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. You get the picture. So it's nice and accurate. I'm not going to take any out so we get a good average of how the club actually performs. And this is going to be very, very interesting. First up, the R7. That's a pretty good start, that. That's a pretty good start. Middle of the fairway at, well, if you didn't see the distance, that's your fault, but that's a long way. So at this rate, I think I'm going to be gaming this R7. 2 out of 2 fairways and some pretty good distance going on. Wow, feels solid. First 5 with the R7 done. Jumping into the sim. Five with the R7, 5 with the sim, now into the TSi, so my gamer, so pressure is on. Oh, that is terrible. Woo! That was so low heely. So far, the R7 is absolutely smashing this, and it's nothing to do with the club. It's because I'm not swinging well. That is not good. That's a bit better. There's one good one, at least with the TSi. It's not a very good set, that. Little bit questionable, but yes. We'll see how the rest go. Hopefully a bit better than that. Right, so back in the R7 set 2. Let's go. Oh, wow. None of them are really very good at all. So, move on to the next one. Set 2 with SIM2. Let's do it. Bit of a better one with SIM2. Not bad at all. Second set with the TSi. Whew, let's do it. Yeah, not a bad one, a little bit floaty there, a little bit of a high right. I mean, it's not the worst drive in the world, but God, I'm hitting it so badly today. So bad. Well, goes to show we can certainly hit bad shots with everything. That was, again, I feel like the ball speed retention on TSi is good, but I'm swinging like a plonker today. Makes a change. R7 set 3, getting tired now. Okay, so for this second set, well, coming into the back 50% of this test, the first lot there, I'm trying to make swing changes and I'm kind of struggling a little bit. So I'm just going to go back to my bog normal swing. Give the last 50% of this a bit of a chance of being okay. At least it'll be a good, accurate representation all round of good, bad, and indifferent. That was pretty flushed. Again, a little bit leaky. I mean, today, I don't know what it is. Normally my miss is just left. Everything today is kind of just leaking off to the right, which is, again, probably trying to, these 3 swing changes, you know, always a bit tricky. Wow, this driver can be long. It can be long. just goes so far. Wow. I mean, it's possibly, well, it's certainly, I would say, a little bit of live by the sword, die by the sword with this driver. So you've probably seen already, when you get the strike a little bit off, you get punished. I mean, you do get punished on modern day drivers, of course, but this is just so up and down. But man, it's good fun. SIM2, 2 or 3? I've even lost count now, don't know. Let's just keep hitting. Yeah, it's just not got the low spin kind of bomber in it, the SIM2, compared to the R7. I mean, it's very different in extreme, but that was a little bit off the top, that one. And I mean, the spin just stayed good, really, you know. And you might look on that and go, oh, it's going nowhere near as far. But the reality is, I think the biggest thing about the new modern day drivers is the retention. It's so much better. I mean, we talk about it as like forgiveness, but ultimately, if you're hitting it a bit off the top and the spin drops 800 revs from a 3 mil high strike, that's not a good thing. Any face-to-pass issues there at all, you're just getting punished so much. So yeah, forgiveness on the face. Definitely new drivers. Now we're at TSi step 3. So 40 shots in. So interesting. 100% my TSi today, it's like leaky right, which is 100% not normal whatsoever. That is definitely not what I see, like ever. Yeah, no, I just hold my ear there, have tinnitus, and that one shot just sent my ears crazy. I hit that so far off the top. And again, very similar to the Sim. I think it spun at about 2,000 and didn't really curve, stayed pretty much dead straight. I mean, that was not a good strike. Yeah, some of those with the R7, you hit a bit high, hit a bit toey, and the spin is just dropping to like 800, and it's just duck hooking out of the air. So much more forgiving. Last set with the R7. Come on, baby, don't be mean. It just goes so far. Oh my God. I do really like this R7. I'm not going to lie. It's so much fun. I mean, like I said, it's definitely live by the sword, die by the sword, but just feels solid. That is the R7 done. Final set with the SIM2. Come on, let's get some energy. Not terrible. That is not terrible. Take that drive out there. It wasn't the best strike, a little bit heely, but we'll certainly take that. Now that's pretty nice. Decent strike, great face to path, nice straight down the middle. Yeah, that's good. Very last set with the TSi, that is on shot number 55 now. And get some energy. And that's pretty much similar to earlier, so that was definitely off the top. But I mean, the spin has retained unbelievably, ball speed still very strong, not really curved offline too much. Just, that's one of the reasons I love this head. Obviously, SIM2's been great. The reason I gained this head, high, low, heel, toe, the ball speed retention is just so good. You just get away with so much more, you really do. Right, a few more to go, and then let's look at these numbers. This is the very final shot, shot 60, so I'm going to put the pressure on. I'm showing this no matter what. This set has definitely been much better. Found a little bit of a swing, which is always nice. So let's see if we can hit a good one on this last shot. That is, again, a little bit off the top, but very off the top. Just so forgiving, like, shot's absolutely fine. Take that drive all day long. Okay, so that was really good fun. Now let's dive into these numbers. I genuinely haven't looked yet. Genuinely, you've seen I've not deleted any. I mean, the one thing straight away to sum up, obviously, is that I think ball speed, obviously out the middle. I mean, interestingly, I'm not sure if I mentioned this earlier, whether the max face, which was on the R7, was the illegal one. Not 100% sure, need to check that, but possibly it is. But yeah, ball speed with that it was just as quick out the middle, but the spin retention was huge. Like on missed hits, you got punished so much more with that R7, to be honest. It just, low spin, ducking, diving out of the air. It's hard. So much more forgiveness from the TSi and the SIM2. So that really is the sum up, but let's dive into these numbers anyway, and we'll see what's going on with that. Right, table. So I'll tell you what, we're going to go straight into the compare page because I generally don't even know what's going on. R7, SIM2, TSi, let's go. Boo! Oh wow, okay, very, very interesting. Ball speed, 167, 167, 166. Again, I said and that's quite funny actually looking on the dispersion, because the dispersion actually shows that the Sim's the best. And then TSi slightly second, and then Sim was all over the shop, which generally is probably the case for me because that's why I don't game the Sim. I just don't really quite get on with it for whatever reason. But yeah, I mean, that really doesn't paint the whole picture. I mean, when you look at this dispersion map without deleting bad shots, I mean, there could be 10 like that, one here and one here, and it just looks dreadful. It really doesn't paint the whole picture. Yeah, ball speed, 167, 167, 166. I mean, TSi pipped it by like 0.3. Didn't notice that R7 was quick. It was quick, I'm not going to lie. You can see there, super low spin, but really getting out there. Obviously, longest at 298 just because of that low spin. SIM2 launch conditions are actually pretty solid. I mean, 12 launch, 2300 spin, 284 carry. I mean, that's, it's pretty solid, really. And again, I'm pretty sure if I dive into those bad shots, there's going to be some really low carries. That's why that's dragging that average down quite a lot. And then the TSi did spin up a little bit, and that was more me today, to be honest. Like I said during the video, I was leaking it a bit high right, which is unusual for me. And I do normally play the 8-degree turn down, not the 9-degree, to get that spin a little bit lower. But again, that was all me. So there it is, really. I mean, without deleting any shots, you can see there I struck the R7 definitely a little bit higher in the head as well, which is why that spin was dropping. Yep, swung the TSi faster. Definitely saw that consistently. I don't know if it's a confidence thing, feel thing with that Ventus. Definitely swung it faster, but worse efficiency apparently. Which again was I just struck it out of the low heel quite a lot. But yeah, the dynamic loft, that's mad. Like, delivered so much less with the R7. So again, I don't overly think that's too much to do with the club setup. I mean, the R7 does seem to be a very low spin head, very stout, very short front to back. CG probably a little bit further forward, so that could definitely have something to do with maybe delivering a little bit less loft at impact. But I mean, yeah, you see the path, face, attack, all very similar. Actually, a little bit more closed on the R7 and the Sim versus TSi, a little bit more open on average. Just say I was leaking that a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, even that, the club speed within a couple of miles an hour, ball speed within like 1 mile an hour. I mean, the actual launch conditions are just, yeah, it's really not much there. So what I'm going to do quickly, I'm going to delete some of the bad shots just to see, and then we'll have another quick look. So now I've deleted a lot of the bad shots. So looking back at the data now, again, to be honest, ball speed, we can see it hasn't really changed that much, to be honest. So on average, it's pretty good. 167.5, 166, 168 with the TSI. So SIM's still marginally slower, but there you can see dispersion rings shrunk right down with the SIM2. TSI is still a little bit left and right, and same with the R7, but again, that is a lot me. And R7 still longest. It's just that spin, 2100, so low spin and quick. But the SIM and the TSI are very balanced at kind of 13, 14 launch, 2500 spin, 295 carry, 301 carry. Still really, really nice numbers. Club data again is probably going to be, yeah, strike's a little bit better. R7 is still the most efficient, delivering so little loft. Like, that is just, yeah, that's mad. We hit up more, no, not really. Path, again, pace and path now would just absolutely bob on, neutral, equal. Yeah, club speed a little bit quicker still with TSI, kind of expected that. But yeah, just super efficient with that R7, just delivering that 4 degrees less loft than the TSI. That is crazy. Right, okay, well, there you go. That is a very, very interesting test. Really enjoyed doing that. Hope you enjoyed watching it. Now we're going to have a long drive contest because obviously you've got to. Why not? So enjoy that. And yeah, see you soon. Here we go then. Always got to have a bit of fun at the end. So I'm actually doing this before I've looked at the numbers because I still want to be warm. But this will be shown after the numbers. It's the long drive. Obviously, just 3 shots with each. Just going to be absolutely spanking them. Comment below which one is going to win the longest drive. Let's go. Oh, wow. That's so heavy. That's not a good start. Absolutely went for that. And, yeah, duck hook. Absolute duck hook. Oh, yeah. Come on in. Let's hit one good at least. Oh, that's actually felt really good. And that's what I was saying about the R7. That was a bit off the top, and there's just 0 spin on that ball. 561 revs of backspin on that ball. Yeah, it's not good. Not good. Feel like if I can catch this, it will win, but oh, it's exactly the same. I just can't get any spin on it. I hit it off the top. I'm going to give myself a couple more with that R7, just because I want to see one decent strike. They've all been close, but just a little bit off the top. The ball speeds are pretty good. Just can't quite get the strike. It's 1,000 backspin. It still carried 300 yards. Right, I'm going to have one more. Otherwise, this could go on forever. This could go on forever. Come on. Just hitting like 10 up on it. It's a wee bit much. That's not bad. That's not bad. It's probably about what I got with that. Not that strong from the R7 on the longest drive, to be fair. Can't get that much more out of it. Move on to the sim. Sim long drive. Let's go. Oh, so off the top. Again, 1,200 spin. Something about me today, I mean, that is miles left as well. Absolutely miles left. Come on. That was actually quite well struck. A little bit off the bottom. Come on. Feel like this, even at 8.5, I think it might just be a little bit too spinny to get out there. Probably similar to TSi, to be fair, for me. Again, that's a solid strike. Turned it a little bit, as I normally do. Club speed solid, 124. Strike was good, efficiency rubbish as usual with me. So 307. I actually think the R7 might have picked that by a yard, to be fair. Let's move on to the TSi. TSi long drive. I mean, it's right in there for the picking. It's not been a long one so far. It's not been a long one. I mean, that's pretty solid. You know, the last one with the sim was pretty solid. 173 ball speed, good launch, good spin. Just did not go that far. Whew, come on, TSi. Oh yeah, straight away, there you go. And that's why we be gaming the TSi. Again, club speed, 125 straight away, quickest. 174 ball. Again, it's just a little bit spinny, so for me, that's why I mean, this is the 9 turned down to 825. I normally play the 8 turned down to 725. I normally deliver maybe a bit too much dynamic loft. Yeah, that one, especially when I'm going at it, 22 degrees of dynamic loft is just maybe a little bit too much for what we want. I mean, it's quite balanced, but not great for long drive. That's not good. That's a big high right. Oh dear. Again, really good club speed, 125. Not the one we're looking for. I'm pretty sure it's already one, but see if we can't get one a little bit better. That's off the bottom. That's off the bottom. But still, I mean, you look at the strike, and that's still done so well. Dead straight, good ball speed. I actually don't think it spun up that much. No, 2500. I mean, that's the thing. This head is just so good. So good. I'm having one more, because why not? Ah! There we go. There's the one. 125 club, good, decent strike. What a drive, 352, 3 yards. There you go. I think that's pretty clear cut on the longest drive. TSi takes it. Oh God, head mess. I am tired, not gonna lie. Well, that was fun. That was good fun. I hope you enjoyed that. And stay tuned, because we've got a lot coming in 2022. We're going to be a lot of reviews of the new stuff, a lot of testing, shafts, heads, grips, swing weight. I mean, you name it. We will be doing everything coming 2022. So yeah, I look forward to that.